Alright, you're welcome back to my channel. In this tutorial, I'm going to be walking you through introductions to pandas, and of course, we all know why we need to learn this tool. Is very essential for anyone who is looking out to be an expert in data analysis or data science. So, what is data analysis in the first place? Data analysis is the method of collecting, organizing raw data, and study is to make obvious the hidden patterns or trends. Hence, with we can deduce a meaningful information that helps us make an informed decision. In addition, sometimes data is manipulated to deal with anomalies in the data. Okay, um, data analysis and pandas. Pandas is one of the two out there that helps us. Is an open source Python library actually, and is one of the two outside there that helps the data scientists to do the following: read files, write files, manipulate data, and analyze. Okay, um but however, the question is, why pandas out of you know volume of other library that we can actually use to work on our data. Well, pandas is exploration and manipulation of large data in an effective manner. And of course, secondly, we can use it to analyze large volume of data with ease. This large volume of data could mean millions of rows and or records. What makes Panda a popular tool among others is that it is easy to read and learn. Two, extremely fast and powerful. It's computational um, time. It's very what fast, very fast. And of course, if you look at it, integrates well with other visualization libraries such as Matplotlib, Seaborn, and etc. Okay, now one thing we need to know about pandas is that panda has two fundamental data structures or objects at core of pandas library. Okay, and these data structures are the series and of course the data frame. Series and data frame. Series is a one-dimensional labeled array. One-dimensional labeled array. It can help data of any type. Of course, it hold that's just it hold data of many types. It could be homogeneous, it could be heterogeneous. It is like a column in a given table. So if you are given a table, table is actually two-dimensional. We have the row and the column. So the column, each of the column stand for this data structure. Each of this column is series. Okay, each of the column of the table is her series. Note, all the elements in the Panda series are labeled with indexes. Hence, by default, indexing starts from 0. It starts from 0 in series. So this is the syntax. We have the df underscore name, meaning data frame name, is equal to pandas.series. Then you pass in the parameter list of values. And of course, you can see the example down there. We have data equals to pandas.series, and we pass in a list. And one thing is that we can use NumPy array to create series, Panda series. We can use Python list to create Panda series. By default, it uses 0, 1, and all. If you want it to be explicit, you have to state the index, pass that parameter as well alongside with the list, okay, that you are passing. So going forward, let's look at example. But before then, let me check the series examples. Let's look at the syntax. Don't forget to create the to create series, we can use Python to create Pandas series. We can use Python list, NumPy array, and all. So now let's do that. Let's use Python list. Given that we have the prices of, let's just say prices we have in dollar. So we have 20.0, 50 cents, and all. So let's just say that we have all of, let me just give it some like 45, 12, and all. So now to create this a Python list, so let's create the pandas. To create pandas, you have to import the library, pandas library, pandas as pd, as you can see here. So if you don't want to be using this name or the pandas in full while writing your code, you can say as pd as whatever. This is most used short form of that, of pandas. Okay, now let's create a data, let's say df underscore price series. Let's say price underscore series is equals to pd dot series in bracket, just pass the name, this. However, let's restructure it very well, because importing library comes first whenever you are working. So you import library first. Okay, now let's pass the prices parameter and print. Let's print that. We're going to print the type. Let's print the type of prices, and print the type of price series, and also series in self. Let's print price underscore series. So let's print that. Let's see what will happen. Now the first one we printed is this. It's actually Python list. That's it we have here. So the type of this second print is pandas core series. Can you see this series? Okay, this is series. Then the series itself, can you see it now? According to the definition, they are what? Column. Can you see column? Like a column. And also they are what? They are labeled. Look at the definition. Look at that information regarding that. It say it is like a column in a given table. Then it's one dimensional labeled array. Can you see it's labeled index, and the index starts from 0. If you see it now, you can see we have the index of 23 now is index 2. So meaning if I want to assess the price of the third, this particular price, if I want to print it out from these other values, what I do, I will find it by using the index of that value. So meaning price underscore series, then use angular bracket. Whenever you use angular bracket, you want to select row. Okay, a row. So what row are we selecting from here? So we are selecting row 3, that's index 2. So actually, humanly speaking, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So but however, in computing, the array counting or indexing starts from 0. So let's look at that. Can you see 80? So now looking at that, let me show you another thing. Now you can see we stated something by default series labeled or index is its value by indexing them starting from 0. However, you can make it explicit in the sense that you can state, as humanly speaking, when we are talking about number 3 now, you know, this we are talking about 3. Okay, so we can make it a human friendly index. How do I mean? So in creating, let's create another NP array. Okay, I believe you can do that. So before creating NP array, we have to import NumPy. That's NumPy. We want to create the array. We want to create list. I mean series using array NumPy array. So let me call this np underscore r. So equals to np dot we can say array. So I'm going to be using list comprehension range from 1 to 10, then step. So it should print all the even number. So let's see what that gives us. We say I. Okay, in. All right, good. So you can see now it means all the odd number. So let me show you something. Let's print the value that this produces. Okay, let's say print. So I'm going to be printing this also. I want to show you what happened without you putting the through. Now look at it. That 2 we have here is step. This is where the range will be starting from. This is when the range ends. However, 1 is inclusive, 10 is exclusive, and we have 2 to be the step. So that is the syntax for the range in Python. So we are using list comprehensions to generate this list. So you can see the original list. So from this list we are jumping 2 steps. So meaning the first one is generated, then count 1 2, so it moves on 3, then 1 2 again 2, 1 2 7, 1 2 9. So it exclude all the even number. And the same thing applicable if I want to print all the even number too. You can just do something of this nature. You can start from 2, then jump. So by the time you jump, you see. So that is it. So however, let's follow that. Let's do that. Okay, let me comment this. I believe you get that. Now let's create Pandas series using a NumPy array. Okay, now let's say NumPy series is equals to pd.series, a class. So pass in NumPy list we've created. So good. So can you see that? So let's print it out. np underscore series. Can you see the NumPy gives us an array, an array, okay, horizontal array. Why this gives us a column value, vertical, can you see? So if you want to check the dimension, you can check the dimension shape. Can you see? That is 5 row, 1 column. It's not showing 1 because it's 1 column, however. So you can equally do the same for this. Let's say shape. Let's see shape. Can you see? 5 row, 1 column. Okay, so however is in the tabular form. Can you see it now? And it gives us the type of value we have in there, which is int 64, meaning that this int means integer, that is data type is of integer 64 bit. Okay, and one thing I want Ted explaining initially is to explicitly state the index of a series, okay, of a series. So to do that, what you need to do is to pass the index is equals to, so instead of us having 0, 1, 2, 3, we can decide to make it human like listing. So by then we have that. Can you see? Sorry for that. Can you see it now? So the index have changed from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can you see it now? And of course you can mix it up with string. You can mix it up with string. I can decide to say, okay, this one should, the index of this one should be spar, why this should be, let's say 9 and all. So let's do that. Can you see it now? So we can modify the index of series explicitly. Okay, so that is that. And let's look at it. Also, you might want to print the index of the series. What you do, just call the name of that series and say index. So it brings out all the index. Can you see it? And the type is what? Object. Why is it object? Because it is heterozygous data type. It mixes up with integer and string. Okay, what is string? String is an object in Python. It's a chunk of strings. It's a chunk of character or symbols. Okay, so if this is not there, let's look at what that will give to us. Let's say it's only number. So let's see the type we have here. Can you see integer? Because we don't have that. But however, let's put it so as to get familiar with that. 9. So good. Okay, good. Now what again? The value, you can equally print out the value of the series. Let's say series dot values. Can you see? We have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So that is the value. It returned an array for us. Okay, why this one to return array? Okay, good. So what again do we, okay, let's equally say indexing. If I say, okay, I want to print 9, we can use the index 9 to get the value. Can you see? So also the spar. If I say spar, what is spar? Spar, it gives us the value 5. Okay, and so also if you want all the one to the same thing, you use their index. The index number 1, humanly speaking, is still 1. Don't forget, it's still 1. Can you see it here? So that is that for series. So we're going to be using this along seriously when we are doing data analysis. Okay, data analysis, data exploratory, analysis and all. So let's stop here today. We'll continue with data frame. Don't forget, two out of the data structure that Pandas has, one out of the two data structure that the Panda has, we've treated that, which is a series. And we say series is a one-dimensional labeled array, which we have seen. It can hold data of any type, which we have equally seen. And of course, it is like a column in a given table. Aside using lists to create series, we can equally use dictionary, Python dictionary, to create list. Okay, we're going to look at that when we are doing the data frame. So, and of course, I told you all elements in Panda series are labeled with indexes. Hence, by default, indexing start from 0 in series. So we have seen that how we can implicitly it starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. And explicitly, we have to indicate how we want it to be. Okay, so let's stop here today. Let me give you assignment. Create a list in Python. Exercise. Use Python list and dictionary to create Pandas series. Two, explicitly state the index of the Panda series created using list. All right, that's your assignment. Bye for now.